Aloha, delicious, luscious love tribe. How are you? Guess what? This week's episode is going to carry forward what we did in last week's episode, which was sacred self-pleasure. Did you guys have a chance to listen to that? It's awesome. It's for every single human on the planet. And so if you haven't listened to it, definitely check it out. But this week's episode, we're going to talk about sacred sex for peace with our partners and our lovers. And so the whole concept around this, making love for peace for all is something that I practice myself. And I believe that it is a game changer. It's a game changer for you and your lover. And it's a game changer for you and the planet. And I believe that our sexual power has so much capacity. Obviously, it made us. You know what I mean? So what else can it make on this planet when it is directed with mindfulness and intention and love? So the episode is all about sex for peace, orgasms for peace. I have my little hashtag, orgasms for peace, baby, word. So really utilizing the power of our sexual energy. So how do we do that, Batman? I know that's what you're saying. There's so many ancient technologies that come from different traditions, the Taoist and the Tantric, and there's the Isis technology. There's all these different technologies out there, and I don't even know them all. I'm so happy. My friend let me borrow this book called The Sacred Sex Bible. It's really cool. It's got lots and lots of different spiritual practices involving sex with the East and the West. And so I am really loving it. I love that I get to read this, but it teaches you about all the different, where a lot of sexual practices come from, where a lot of sacred sex, traditions, were developed and how they came forward. So I think that's a super cool one. Some other teachers of mine, Margot Anand, she is amazing. She is, oh my God, she's a wonderful, wonderful teacher. She's been doing this for years. She's the author of The Art of Sexual Ecstasy and, really taking spiritual sex to the next level. And then the Magdalene manuscripts by Tom Kenyon and Judy Sion, they talk about back in Jesus's time. And so it's very, these practices come from all lineages, and you get the opportunity to dive into which ones work for you and which ones resonate with you. There's no one right path to spiritual sexuality, sacred sexuality with your partner. So you get to be an experimenter, because I know you are, because that's what we do here at the Dance Our Dreams School and the podcast and everything. So we are really having so much fun with this new format and with the new name because we are doing this Dance Our Dreams project around the planet. And the idea is to solve the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, doing simple things each day that fuse music, manifesting, and micro-mastery practices for ourselves, for our body, mind, and spirit. And so I am so excited to get to do this and really bring the embodiment of this to your town and to each other. So stay tuned, and we'll be doing lots and lots of events that will change your life and change the world. So yes, so excited. So what's your sex practice look like? Is it a sex practice, or is it just okay, I got 5 minutes, I'm gonna lube up and fuck my partner? What are you doing, right? Is it something that's really sacred, that every time you make love with your partner, you have some candles, or you put on intentional music, or you say a prayer, or, there's some flowers, or you had a date, or, I know being married for almost 15 years, it was all of the above for me. There wasn't just one thing. We never really did a lot of praying in my marriage with that, and I really feel like I missed out on a lot of healing opportunities for myself and each other and for our planet. So what I've learned now is that's always going to happen every time I make love, and it's going to be very intentional, and it can still be naughty and yummy, juicy, and it's going to make peace on the planet, because I'm going to start with myself and our energy body. So if you listen to the last episode, we talk all about, having different chakras and all being energy in the quantum field and how we can utilize that energy for good, Batman. Okay. And so what can you do in your sexual practice with your partner that can up level it to the next place for you and for the planet. So here's what I like to do, and it's great. So I like to have great music, and so it's nice to have an intentional music selection that's playing that has a good vibration that we can move and groove to. So that's what I'll do. I just decided that right now. I'm going to get you guys a beautiful playlist, a sacred sexuality playlist. So let me write that down because I want to make sure. Sacred sex playlist. I'll include that with the show notes of this week's episode. So I'll share mine with you. How fun. You having that vibration of the music that can take you on a journey is so fun and beautiful, and it really guides your experience, in my opinion, and my experience. So the song of the week is called Prayer for Peace. And it is by Peter Cater and R. Carlos Nakai. And they're just two gorgeous musicians. And this is just a very sweet song. And, it can put you in a place of reverence, divine reverence for all that has created you up to this point, and including you, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. Like, you create you and your reality, so it's like giving that divine reverence for everything around you and within you. Okay. And so, as mentioned in the last podcast, for me, I call in all of my guides, and I ask them to protect our space and utilize this opportunity for the highest good of all. And I call on my God, my version of God. Some people say spirit, some people say creator, source, whatever works for your words. Use that. Call on God to come with you on this journey with your partner, and set an intention. So the other day I was with my partner making love, and we had talked about healing ourselves and healing the planet. And it was just super important that we started our session that way. And then when I was with him and having multiple orgasms, yes, some of them I would imagine like I was on my back and just going nuts. And I would imagine I had my arms stretched out wide, and I was like, this is for the earth. And I felt that I was holding the earth, and I was bringing the orgasmic energy up through my heart and out, holding Mama Earth. And I was breathing with her, and it was just like, holy cow. But it felt like, wow, can I fuse earth with the power of my sacred orgasm with my partner? And it was profound. So I feel like this makes such a difference for me in how I make love now. And I love it. And it still can be naughty, like I said, and you can get the spanking and all the yummy, yummy, yumness. But it's like when it's time to peak and have your orgasms, if you're doing that, think about, and I don't do it every single time, because I do have lots of orgasms, thank God. But most of the time I'm like, okay, this one's for this one's for that. And I try to mindfully go there. And then sometimes I'm just like, I'm just going to go float around in orgasm land. But I find that when I'm done with this practice, and I say thank you at the end and give gratitude to my lover and give gratitude to God and my guides and my body, I feel so much more nourished in my life than if I were to just go have a quickie, and then just feel sort of like, okay, I just did that. Like, there's just such a different level of energetic and spiritual and soul nourishment that I receive, and it lingers for days. And so, as you can see, I'm glowing right now. So I'm lingering, baby. But it's such a sweet practice. And I believe that we can, give ourselves these energetic imprints of devotion and service when we're making love and doing orgasms for peace. Okay. And so to me, this is such a cool practice for anybody to do, and if you don't have a partner right now, it's no big deal. Go back to the last episode and listen to it. And it talks about the practice that I personally do for myself. And, the other thing that I don't think I mentioned in the last episode, and it's really important, and it has served me a lot. If you have a certain mantra that you use, or a certain affirmation or a power statement, if you have something like that and you also fuse that into your orgasm when you're bringing it up to a particular chakra area or out, I find that it gives me a lot more consolidation of my strength and my energy and that power. Because then when I'm saying that, when I'm not in this practice and if I'm out doing something else and I'm saying my mantra, it's been imprinted with the vibration of my orgasm. Okay. And so this is a fun practice. This is just a 15-20 minute podcast on this. This is not a deep training. So there's lots of trainings out there. I may be putting a training together and a workshop on this because it's one of my favorite things to do and to learn about and to teach and to bring in other experts and talk about their practices as well. And so as I'm recording this, I'm in the process of reaching out to a really yummy sex genius, and I'm hoping she says yes to being on our podcast. And so we'll see how that goes. And it's just really neat. So I just really want to share this yumminess with you guys. And so again, Dance Our Dreams is about achieving the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals by doing simple things each day that fuse music, manifesting, and micro-mastery practices. And so we have an SDG of the week. And this week we are looking at peace, justice, and strong institutions. It's number 16. And so we want to promote institutions in our communities that promote peace. There's so much violence on this planet and so much hatred and so much disconnection that causes that because we don't have an understanding, and we have people who are racist and people who are sexist and they don't understand. And so to me, causing peace by bridging people together in the communities and creating strong institutions that do that is very, very important. If we're all left to our own devices without some of those institutions, it can lead to some pretty negative things for people. And so I really want to inspire and educate you guys to find an organization that you think is cool to support the SDGs, that you think is that resonates with you. Pick one, And again, this week it's the peaceful institutions and justice for all. But the organization that we're supporting, and we like to support a philanthropic organization each week, is the Peace Development Fund. And what they do is they provide grants to communities so that they can train people locally to cause peace and to have leadership for peace in their own communities. And so each of the organizations that we support, we vet through Charity Navigator because we want to make sure that they're not just, a one-star charity that's siphoning all the money out and not actually doing programs for good, And so it's important that when you do find philanthropic organizations that you want to support in your life, vet them and make sure they're doing the right things with the money, and that all the puzzle, the pie pieces of all the finances aren't just going to the salaries or the bloated administration. You want to make sure that it's going to the actual programs that are delivering measurable results. Okay. And that's the other thing you want to look for. So keep that in mind. Okay. So I got to read this quote to you guys, and I have to put my glasses on. All right. So check this out. This is staggering to me, and it hurts my feelings that this is even a reality. But it says, a World Health Organization report estimates that the cost of interpersonal violence in just the U.S. is more than $300 billion per year. Per year. The cost of victims was estimated at more than $500 billion per year. Combined, this is equivalent to 10% of our country's gross domestic product. Okay? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. And so, how on earth, and I can relate because I know for me, I have experienced violence in my life, and I know that it has put me out of commission for different periods of time in my life. And whether it's emotional, mental, sexual, physical, when you are a victim of violence, it messes everything up around you. You lose sleep, you lose work, you lose your health, you lose your sanity. So all of these things have an economic issue as well. And so, it does add up. You sit and think, well, how could it? It does. And I'm living proof. But then I'm also living proof that nothing has to define you ever from your past. What defines you is what you do now, and you move forward with that. Okay? That's what's going to keep defining your future, is what you do with your now. Okay? So if you have been a victim of abuse or violence of any kind, racism, sexism, know that there are organizations out there that support you and are available to you 24/7. Do not sit around and take it anymore. Okay? So we love you. I love you. And, finding your partnerships in your life that nourish your soul. And so having a sacred sexual partner. If you're already in a marriage or if you're already in a relationship and you haven't adopted a practice like this because you've never heard of it, or maybe your partner doesn't want to do it, but you do, give it a shot. Go in for however long you test it out, experiment with some fun stuff. If you like to be kinky, but then when it's time to come, bring the orgasm through your energy channels and direct it to either some peace out there, some peace in here, different things. Listen to the last episode and I walk you through how to do that a little bit more in detail. And, be mindful with your orgasms because they will make a difference for you and your healing and our planet. So that's it. And I love you guys. I can't wait to hear more about your orgasms for peace and your sacred sexual practices that are coming through. And again, we're doing these micro mastery practices to test them out to see if we want to go deeper. And there's tons of different trainings that are available for you in all of the different types of experiments that I offer here at the Dance Our Dreams podcast. So if you guys need some suggestions and I haven't mentioned them already, ask me, hit me up at aloha@djvaleriebeloved.com and I'll get back to you. Or you can check me out and DM me on Facebook or IG and Instagram. I'm DJ Valerie Beloved. And I'm so grateful to be on this wonderful journey with you guys. Okay? So from my heart to yours, peace, love, and warm. Aloha.